My goal today is to make sure that we get something that looks as symmetrical as we can given the canvas that we're working with at the moment. And really just when we're mapping, making sure that from what we already learned from your consult, we're executing today. You are, of course, in the driver's seat. So while we're doing this process, if there's anything that you're not comfortable with, or you feel like, hey, maybe we could do this way, be a little bit more conservative, you, driver's seat, me, working for you.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, what I'm gonna do next is have a peek. We are gonna do some before photos. Of course, we do afters. I'll send them to you. So let's get started with that.
All right.
Okay, so Chris, I am just going to take this so I can actually do some measuring of where we're at. I know your request and our goals is basically not to really change the existing shape of the good one.
If I also trust your judgment, so if
okay.
if for whatever reason you do want to change the shape, I don't want it to be too big.
Okay. So my thoughts are, let me map this out. I think we'll make a tiny little bit of an adjustment in there, but we'll map it and then you can tell me if you feel comfortable with it. So first things first, I just want to measure how big.
Let me know if I need to raise my arms or anything.
Oh yeah, you're perfect. Okay, so I've got some mapping done here just from the actual outer edges, a measurement of how far that goes and how far that goes. I am going to just connect the dots here, and then that's going to give us an idea size-wise. And I think too, it's not going to be too round. And oval is actually not an uncommon shape that I tend to do with, so I don't even think we need to get too stressed out about that, but we'll always have the option to make it more round. But let's do that on appointment 2, because then I don't want you feeling like we kind of overstepped. Okay. Also, I'm going to just do a little nipple measurement here, and essentially that is going to dictate how big this side is. Chris, did they do nipple mounds when they reconstructed this, or was it just nipple sparing?
I honestly, I don't know.
Okay. It looks a little bit more like nipple sparing to me, because when they make the actual nipple mounds, it's one more extra procedure, and you would have been aware of that. Yeah. So one other tip for artists is we can do a little bit of string measuring here just to make sure, because we don't have as much of a guide there, and I can really bring it up or down to make it look more symmetrical.
Oh wow.
And this is just a good way to visually see if I'm there.
Yeah.
And it's a good visual for you as well. Okay. In my course, this would be step 1 of MENA. When you were talking about like, well, one's kind of like this, one's not, the placement, even just in this range, is really good. Some of the transgender models that I have, honestly, like the placement can be way up there.
See, and that's what I always thought. So when I saw mine, I was just like, are they too low?
No, they're not. They're perfect. But honestly, I would say they're dead perfect. It's not too low, it's not too high. I think it's amazing. Your surgeon did a great job. How do you feel about the ovalness of them?
I feel like just around here needs to fill out a bit more.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it. So right off the bat, I am liking that color. I like to pick a highlight, a low light, and a mid-tone. So I am gonna start with this and this, and what looks very dark and scary is simply going to be my low light, so I can detail the underside of this and put a little bit of shading below that. So I'm gonna grab these 3 colors and do some swatching and moving on from there. On my swatches and my little sticks here. All right, so we're basically gonna go highlight, mid-tone, low light on that. And once we're working in these scars and getting this back up to this color, I think those are gonna be great choices. Okay, so I am just gonna clean these swatches off here. Spots, what I find, yeah, like, and that nerve disconnect. So sometimes you'll feel it in your ear or your neck or like something else that seems a little bit strange. Now with shading, you want to keep in mind the light source. So for Chris, we're going to go pretty much like from the top down. Sometimes with more of a mastectomy, say post-cancer, depending on the breast shape, I might just angle it down a tiny bit. Let me know what you think of your new areolas.
They look so perfect. I mean, I can't wait to even see once they're done healing. But overall, like, just the difference alone in comparison to how they looked before, they're so
Right on.
And when you look at them, can you tell which one has the original nipple and which one doesn't?
Not unless I look down. So when I actually like look at it, they look so like matched in the only way I would once I actually look down.
So we did check the box on symmetry and color, so it was overall success. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Good.
What are you most excited for now that you have this areola tattoo?
This like I should be doing without worrying too much.
Do you feel the way you hoped to feel coming in here today?
I was nervous, I really was, but now I'm looking back and I'm like, it's really well done.
Awesome. So what does this mean for you as another step in your journey?
It just means feeling more comfortable being open up, transitioning without looking a little too off, you could say, yeah. Because not every transition and every operation for top surgery looks that natural, so getting it to a point where it does, that's really exciting.
And one of the cool things that I think, and hopefully you feel the same about, was remember how we were talking about where they were and how I was alluding to the fact that a lot of times it's too high and you were feeling like they were too low.
Yeah.
What are you thinking now?
Well, I mean, whenever I saw pictures online, yeah, it would always be smaller and a bit higher up, so I always thought that's how it should be, but
Yeah.
this does look a bit more natural to just a natural, like, men's body.
Yeah, agreed.
And would you recommend to your other friends who've undergone top surgery to get the areola tattoo?
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to be suggesting this to some friends that have been having the same complications with yours. I'm really happy with how it turned out.
What I was telling you about Tegaderm, the last time you probably had a bandage like this on is typically over an IV site. We use these to heal up in a environment that is not going to be exposed and just keep it nice and clean, and you can go about your business as far as showering. We don't want you swimming or hot tubs, but you can pretty much do regular life and not too crazy as far as working out. Sweating, like I said, is probably the only thing that you need to really take it easy with.
Who are you going to show first?
Well, I don't even know, probably my social media if anything. Look how nice they are now.
I love it. Okay, you are all done. You can put your shirt on, and then we're going to see you back in about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.